heavenly shades of night.
You know, everyone's been saying that this is the best CMC episode to date. Don't get me wrong, I like it, and while it's certainly an important episode, I just don't think it's the best CMC episode. Here, let me explain. So this episode starts off with the CMC studying with Twilight. I got all the way to this episode without knowing this one was about the CMC, so I was kinda surprised. And she's apparently teaching them skills. Guess her friends pulled a few strings. Apple Bloom is making potions. Makes sense, she hangs out with Sakura. Scootaloo is learning how to assemble unicycles and the like. Makes sense, she uses a lot of sports vehicles. And Sweetie Belle is learning levitation. Makes sense. Unicorn.
Does it have to be human? Feed me. Does it have to be mine? Feed me. Where am I supposed to get it? Feed me, Seymour.
I think it's nice to see Twilight like this. You know, helping little kids in private and not making a giant spectacle about it like most other celebrities do. Many analysts have complained that we never really get to see Twilight do any princessy stuff, and she's never really treated with any respect. And I'm not sure if I want to smack or laugh at those people. It just bothers me when people see Twilight now, all they see is princess, and the only thing she's allowed to be doing is princess things. She's not Twilight anymore. Anyways, what happens next is... you know what? I'm gonna go all the way. I'm gonna address common complaints against Princess Twilight this season. We never see her doing princess things. Okay, do you guys really want an episode where Twilight just sifts through political bullcrap all day? That would be pretty boring. She's not being treated with any respect for saving the world? Oh, yeah, because war heroes totally have to deal with hounding fans on their doorstep every day. At most, they just get a small parade and people forget about them the next day. Kinda like in the show. The meaning of princess doesn't mean anything. We know nothing about an equestrian princess's schedule, their assigned duties, and all we have to go on is grand assumptions from tiny details. And then there are those that have headcanons based off a theory popularized in fanfiction and refuse to change it because of that. Sometimes I get the feeling that fanfiction is poisoning bronies' minds into thinking something in the show is canon when it isn't. I like to think each episode we see Twilight nowadays is just her during her off time, or maybe she's still a princess in training. Who knows? It hasn't been explained yet. Just wait! I'm sure the writers are aware of this. We should just give them time to explain and shouldn't pester them for exposition dumps every single episode. Back to the episode. And then we come back to the school with freaking deviantART and Silver Scum just as bratty, selfish, attention-grubbing, and one-dimensional as ever. I've gone on and on about why I hate them, so I'll spare you. I figured deviantART's family was rich, but apparently they can afford to have their daughter have a personal butler, who does tricks and stuff, and caters to the whims of said daughter. And the father is totally cool with this. Weird. I don't know, Filthy Rich seemed like a decent guy in Family Appreciation Day. Maybe he's just an incompetent dad, or the mother who is currently unknown is the actual bad influence. Or maybe both. Or maybe Diamond Tool's just an unholy hellspawn with no chance of redemption. Probably the latter. Then the CMC let loose that they get to see Princess Twilight on occasion, and the two bullies are now suddenly very friendly to our heroines. Gee, haven't seen that before in any media. And they want in on Twilight time. The CMC agree. I can honestly say I did not see that coming. These are the two that bully them constantly, and they're letting them in on this. It's like the CMC realize that Diamond Troll and Silver Spittle are one-dimensional and don't take them all that seriously. But still seriously enough to realize they might actually let up on the teasing of the CMC if allowed to come. Ever since my last video, people have asked me why I like Sweetie Belle. Well, quite a few reasons. Not all of them exemplified here, but some of them. The main thing I like about her is that she has the most social skills of the group, for obvious reasons. She can usually read the situation from multiple angles. She still makes mistakes, but this is still a pretty impressive development for a child to have. There's even points where Sweetie's downright manipulative, and it is hilarious. I guess I like that she seems sweet and innocent, yet she has all the makings of a future supervillain, because she gets the entire school to eat out of her hoof. Does this look like the face of mercy to you? So the CMC get others to do favors for them, and we get another polished hoof reference. Is anyone else getting sick of that yet? Because I am. The kids want to see Twilight up close, so the three invite Twilight to a fast food joint, where Twilight shows a complete lack of grace. Okay, question. Didn't this gal grow up in Canterlot, home of the snobs and high class? And didn't she grow under the tutelage of the freaking princess? You would think she would have learned how to carry herself, or at least learned how to eat neatly. There's no way she just forgot her manners. I don't think simple dining etiquette deteriorates within 2 years, people. Or maybe she just doesn't give a darn. Eventually, the kids become even grabbier. When all the kids show up on Twilight's doorstep, you'd expect Twilight to be mad at this, but no. She shows no favoritism and invites them all in, assuming they are all there to gain knowledge. Maybe that's how cadence got started in Full Sitting. On a more serious note, the best thing I loved about this episode was its unpredictability. There were so many cliches that threatened to pop up, but when the opportunity rose, it completely went the other direction. Mainly Twilight not being mad at anything. She kept a completely level head through all of this, and even delivered one of the best take-thats I've seen. As to why this isn't my favorite CMC episode, well, I just like Flight to the Finish better. It made me like and respect Scootaloo a lot more, and this one didn't really do that for any of the three, at least for me. There are a few things that bugged me, like Pipsqueak dropping a line or two that no kid would say, a couple animation choices left me confused and unsettled, and of course, Diamond Twit and Silver shit. What? I don't swear. Don't take it so seriously.
Together at last at twilight.